Hello, crafty friends. My name's Alicia, but you can call me Crafty Al. And welcome to day 3 of my 2025 Easter or Spring Advent series, where I will be opening today's gift from the Gummiapan Easter Advent calendar and getting crafty with it. A great big hello to my friends who are here in the live chat. Make sure to say hi and where you're watching from. And hello to those of you who are here on the replay. Let us know where you're watching from as well down in the comment section. And also, as I ask questions today of the live viewers, feel free to leave your answers as well, because I love to go back later and read those. Many of you have been leaving separate comments for each of your answers, and I am loving it. I did see many of you have already given this video your stamp of approval. Thank you so much. If you haven't yet already, if you'll click that like button below, if you have a crafty friend to share it with, I do appreciate that. And don't forget, while we are live, the more thumbs up or the more stamps of approval the video gets, the more jelly bean bonuses we get to do at the end of the stream. So if you haven't yet already, hit that thumbs up. Guys, we're doing pretty good. I just did a stamp of approval check, and there are 48 of you on here right now, and we have 42 thumbs up. That is a pretty good way to get started today. Thank you so much. I do have a poll up in the chat. It seems to be a contentious one. What is your favorite type of snack or treat? Sweet or salty? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I could eat either of those, right? But if you had your favorite sweet treat in front of you and your favorite salty treat in front of you, which would you choose? So if you're in the live chat, go ahead and vote on the poll. Again, replay, you can leave your answers down below. I'll share mine with you a little later on. I'm still noodling on it. I'm still figuring it out for myself. I do love everybody saying hello over there. Just because, again, the chats are flying. If you need my attention specifically, like I say, it's flying by over there. So if you need my attention specifically while I'm getting crafty, especially if it's for a question, type question in all caps in front of your message. If you just need my attention, you can type Crafty Al in all caps. That's just easier for me to see as I look over there. And if it's just a general question, you know, the people over in the live chat are so friendly and knowledgeable, they'll be able to help you. But, you know, if it's something like I'm showing on screen that you want to know more about, you know, put the question. Or if you notice that my mic isn't working or my camera has paused it, I might not, let me know that as well with that capital Crafty Al. And I was going to say, speaking of... who knows? Lost my train of thought. That's going to happen, you guys. But I want to go ahead and show you my desktop here. So this is day 3. So we've opened 2 of our Easter Advent calendar envelopes so far. On day 1, it was a little floral swag and a bee with a little trail in it. And then yesterday, it was kind of like this chicken wire heart and then some floral things. The chat thought it might be thistle. And these are the 2 I've made. Now you might be wondering why these colors. And that is because on the kickoff on Sunday, this is the color cube card that the audience chose. So as I create my 8 creations this week, this will go until Monday the 21st. All of them will have this color palette, and I am making postage stamps. That's the project that was voted on. So for that, I'm using the Spellbinders die set, and I'm using the second from smallest for this one. Now, Vivica from Color Me Nordic, who, by the way, is kind of sponsoring this series, she sent me a calendar to share with you here each day and one for a giveaway. So make sure to leave her some love. I do have shopping links in the description box below. And if you go over there and shop, you can use the code, I did it right the first time, right up here, Crafty Al Easter 25 to save 15% off your order. Now that won't apply to the Easter Advent calendar, which I do have linked below, but you can get yourself some other Gummiapan goodies, or I think she has Hangler Stangler over there as well, and then you can save on those. What I want to know, how many days, what day is this that you've watched the Advent? Are you on the 4th day because you were here for the kickoff, or maybe you've only seen today or the last couple? Let me know over in that live chat, live chat, and then in the comments section below. Now, if you do have any questions on what I'm using or you would like links, what I do have links to are down in the description box. And if you're here live, Nightbot will throw them over in the chat periodically. Most of those links are affiliate links, which means I get a small portion of that sale at no extra cost to you. Now, the Gummiapan and the Color Me Nordic ones are not affiliate links. So if you do use those, I would love for you to put in like the order notes that Crafty Owl sent you, just so they know where you're coming from. I see tons of 4s flying by, you guys. That screen is flying. Look at these. Thank you so much. Oh, Stamper Girl, Delise, this is her first day with us for the Easter Advent Calendar. Excellent. So I hope that if this is your first day, you can go back and watch those replays. I have the playlist link below and a link to the kickoff video, which tells you more about the giveaways. But if you were here for the Advent series in December, it is pretty similar. Let's go ahead, why don't we, and see what is in envelope number 3 today. So I have my little envelopes back here on my shelf, and here is 3. 3 has a cute little bunny with some Easter eggs with it. I do always like to have you guys guess as to what you think might be in it. So I'll kind of pull it out of here and show you the size. I don't want it to fall out though. So it feels like multiple dies, and they kind of fit down in that corner. What do you think it is? Do you think it is animal? Do you think it is something like to do with a house, decorative elements, florals? What do you think? I think today, have we gotten, besides the bee, we haven't gotten any animals. So yeah, I'm going to go with animal. I see a couple of you have already guessed that. Flowers, floral, I do expect to see a lot of those. So I'll give you some time to guess. While you're doing that, let me know what you are hydrating with today. I have some pineapple flavored water. If you have a Dollar Tree around you, they have like the sugar-free pineapple water flavorings. Some of them do. Oh, it is delicious. All right. So let's see what it is. Are we ready? We'll get the drum roll ready. Ooh, it is lots of dies. Oh my goodness. This is really nice. So there is a border. I think I saw one of you at least say that. A little decorative border. That's cute. A little a little rabbit, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be an Easter bunny. An egg. Again, it could be a regular egg, or you could turn it into an Easter egg. And we have a feather, you guys. I have something about feathers. So I'm going to be thinking about what I might do. I want you to let me know which die or dies you would use. I honestly don't think I can probably use these all together. I think I'll probably use a couple. And I've always liked to do with feathers where you like add gold embossing either like at an angle on the tip or to the edges. I think I might use the feather with and incorporate the border somehow. So let me see your ideas over there. Teresa would use the bunny and egg. Sheila would use the border and the bunny. Laura said this is a nice border for the postage stamp size. I agree. So I'm going to try to think on this. If you haven't yet given the video your thumbs up, please do that. We did, ooh, yay, we did just make it to the 1 jelly bean bonus. And right now there are 80 of you on here, so we could get to 2 jelly bean bonuses if you give this video your thumbs up. Paige has tagged me here. So that's another thing you can do, guys. If you don't do the question in all caps or Crafty Al in all caps, if you're on a desktop or a laptop, you can start typing in @CallMeCraftyAl and click on my name. And those actually jump out really well too, because it like highlights my name in red. Paige wants to know, can I cut out the bunny so we can see what it looks like? You know what, Paige? I will just cut. I have tons of white cardstock scraps. I will just cut all of these out so we can see them. Not only then will you get to see everything, but I can postpone, delay a little bit more till I figure this out. At the end of today's live, I will give away whatever I create to one of the live viewers. You just have to be here live with us in the chat, at least 18 years old, subscribe to my channel, and if you've already won one of the postage stamps, you cannot enter to win again. But if you haven't won a jelly bean bonus, you can still enter that at the end. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me get a piece of darker cardstock. I'm just going to bring in one of the backers from one of my stencils. So we have the feather. Let me get these on here. And don't forget, there are still some of the calendars available at Color Me Nordic and at the Gummiapan site. If after watching this, you are like, I need that for myself. I know that some of you, have ordered an advent calendar since I have started the series. So hopefully it'll get there soon. You might not be able to open it during the advent time, but hopefully it'll get there soon. All right. So the border does just put a border on it. So I just quickly cut it off the cardstock scrap. That's very pretty. Here we have the bunny rabbit. So there are some indentions, you know, if you're going to add color or any kind of shading to help it stand out. On the egg, there's a few little holes for some texture. And then the feather. I think I'm going to go today with the feather and the border. Okay. And like I said before, I want to probably cut it in colored cardstock, and then I'm going to just probably add gold. I don't know if I want to do it like I'll probably add gold to like the edges, gold embossing. Guess I'll leave that here. All right, so I have just some scraps here of the cardstocks that I chose to go for with my color palette, with the color cube card that I'm using. And let's see here. I am thinking I'm going to do a white square. I'm going to stick with a white square to go on my postage stamp. And I think I will do my feathers in, I want to do 3 feathers. I'm going to do one in purple and can't decide between the dark green or the light green for the other 2. because I think what I want to do is on top of this, do a little angle of whichever green I don't use. You know what? I'm going to do 2 in the dark green. Let me know if you're crafting along today or if you're just hanging out. Oh, I like this. Elisa said she is wearing her pink sequin bunny ears. Awesome. I tried to wear my bunny ears the other day. They're kind of like pastel-y rainbow, but they kept knocking into the camera above me when I was crafting. God. Teresa's just watching today. Catherine's crafting along. Helga's hanging out. Stephanie just got here. Hello, Stephanie. And speaking of crafting along, if you did get this advent calendar and you're making creations each day, I did get an album created in my Facebook group yesterday where you can share what you make. Now, let's say you don't have the advent calendar, but maybe you have something in your stash that's kind of similar to something I got today. You can share those as well. So if you're not a member of my Facebook group yet, at the bottom of the description box, almost all the way at the bottom, is a link to the group, and you can go over there, you answer a few questions, you agree to the group rules, and then it automatically lets you in. And there is an album for this series for you to start putting your stuff in. You'll see my daily creations in there as well, so you know it's the correct one. I haven't looked back today to see if anybody has added their creations, but I will have to check that out later. And again, you don't have to have this calendar to play along. You know, like maybe you have a feather in your stash. Maybe you have a border punch you want to use on something. While I'm thinking about it, get out your secret word tracker because it is time for today's secret word. If you don't yet have a tracker, it is linked in the description box below underneath related videos or links. Also, if you're here live, Nightbot will be sharing it over in the chat box, but get that out so you're ready. And today's secret word is going to be, and remember, it's a secret. Don't share it with others in the chat or comments and risk being disqualified. Today's secret word is going to be feather, you guys, in honor of the die I'm using. F-E-A-T-H-E-R, feather. I'm going to write that down quickly so I don't forget. And I'll be right back. All right, so I got one green there. You know what? I saw somebody suggest this. I think I'm going to do one feather in the light green too. And then I'll decide what color I'm going to put behind them for the little angled border. All right. I don't know yet what color I want to go behind these, so I'm going to go ahead and do the gold embossing. Tray. All right. Oh, no. All right, hopefully this marker still has juice in it. So this is a Versa marker, so it's like Versamark ink, but you can draw with it. So I'm going to use this to just kind of go around the edges. And then, guys, I chose from Tailored Expressions gold sparkle embossing powder. So it might add just a little bit more sparkle. A little scrap of paper here. Now, I think think I have the brush end. I'm just going to go in kind of color. Oh, you know what, guys? I completely forgot to use my anti-static powder tool. So, oops. I will make sure to use that on the second one. Hopefully the embossing powder doesn't stick too badly to where I don't want it. All right, we're going to call that one good. And now I'm going to get this out and we'll see if this works any better. And again, you know, this is just like, it's supposed to kind of look distressed. This doesn't have to look perfect on the edges. So, and I'm trying not to do much of a straight line on the inside, but that's not working out very well. One more. Oh, and guess what I forgot to do? Use the anti-static powder tool. There's a little bit of a difference between the first and the second, but I don't think it's enough to worry about. Susan says, do I have the embossing powder, the embossing pen linked below? I don't, Susan, because it's not one of the products that I use, that I meant to use frequently, but I do update the description box later with other supplies and the colors I've used for the day. So I can get that. Otherwise, you can probably just, I do have toward the bottom, like my scrapbook.com link. I bet if you click on that, you can just search for Versa marker and it will pop up. Thank you for asking about that. All right. I'm going to set that tray to the side for now. Get out my tweezers to hold my feather. And I'm going to mute my mic. I will play some music while I heat this up so you don't have to listen to that. I think I did find a new song today. have these all embossed, and yes, they're not perfect, but these are supposed to look distressed anyway. You might have noticed that when I started with my heat tool, I did heat up the back first. And I think when you have glitter in your embossing powder, that's especially important because sometimes that tends to fly away. So I like to kind of start the heating process from the back and then bring it to the front. But here are the feathers all finished. And now I need to figure out what color I want. So I'm going to put the feathers on here, maybe have them down in kind of the corner. Something like that. And then I want to put a piece of cardstock down here, kind of at an angle. Now, with the gold embossing powder, I could maybe use like this kind of looks like the same color as the gold embossing powder. So, I could have something like that on there. Or probably would go with the light green. So guess what time it is, guys? Get those pole lights out. I'm going to let you help me decide which color to do that background piece, okay? So let me go back overhead. So are we going to do the yellow? We're going to call this yellow. Or the green. So get that in your mind, and I will get the poll ready. Oh, wait, first, I forgot. I have to stop my poll that I already had. So today's poll was, what is your favorite type of snack? Is it sweet or salty? And I know that is hard. It is hard for me as well to choose just one. But if I had my favorite sweet and salty snacks in front of me, which my favorite sweet would definitely have to be gummy anything, gummy bears, gummy worms, just gummy candies. And my favorite salty would be chips. Right now, if those were in front of me, I think I would go for the salty. Like, there is something about chips lately. Like, I really shouldn't even be around them because I eat one and I have to eat the whole bag. Let me know if you're with me. So I'll go ahead and end that poll here so we can know where we all stand. And with 58% of you would choose a sweet. I'm excited to find out what our replay viewers think down in that comment section below. But let me go ahead and get the poll ready here for us. So are we going to do the yellow or the green for that angled background? I guess I could call it gold or green. I'll do gold or green. All right, I'm going to give you just 1 minute to vote on that one. It'll be a quick poll. What do you think here? And we'll see here what some people are saying about their favorite treats. And I know not all of you like treats, so you might not have answered the poll. That's okay. They're just for fun. Yvonne says chips all the way. Elisa goes for sweet. Lisa said she's been craving peach rings lately. That sounds delicious. Another reason why lately I would probably pick like chips over like my favorite gummy bears is because I have to eat those sugar-free gummy bears. And let me know if you're with me, guys. You cannot eat too many sugar-free candies or you pay for it. Like I do sometimes splurge on the Albanese, I think they are, sugar-free gummy bears. And I can only eat like 3 at a time. And I would used to eat like a whole little, one of those bags. So I had to be careful with that. All right, chips. Oh, chips and salsa. Well, never had it for breakfast, but I love some chips and salsa. Barbara's with me on the whole bag of chips. Susan says, nerds, gummy clusters are addicting. I agree, Susan. I had never had them until we got them for the treat in last year's virtual Stamp Joy. I got hooked on those for a while, but again, how to give them up. I did see we had a question. Let me find that. Elisa said, can we use any embossing powder with the heat embossing pen, or do we need to use only TH Distress? So it should be any embossing powder. The powder that I used today was not a Tim Holtz Distress powder. It was a Tailored Expressions. All right, guys, let's go ahead and see what won our poll, either gold or green. And poll. With 74%, I will be doing the gold. Gold. I think that was a good one. I hadn't thought about that one until I went to my scraps. I was going to, probably just stick with the light green, but I do think that that's going to look nice. So now, I'm going to see if I have like a thinner, no. I'm just going to go ahead and put that border on here. And then we'll figure out the angle to put it at. While I do that, let's do a stamp of approval check to see if we've gotten to two. Oh, we have, you guys. We have gotten to 2 jelly bean bonuses. We are at, what does it say? 83 stamps of approval. If we can get 17 more by the time I'm done creating, we get the 2 jelly bean bonus names drawn, and I give you a bonus secret word for today. So if you're here and you have not yet hit that thumbs up, please do so. And now I see that my camera is locked up. So I do not know why it keeps doing that. We'll go back here. Oh, yes. Christina said, make sure the border's in the correct direction. Thank you for that, because I would not have paid attention. So let me restart my face camera. Give that a second. And it does look like it's going right there. So I will get out a little piece of tape and hold that in place just so it doesn't move around on me. There we are. Okay. I don't know why that's doing it lately. It seems to be when I switch between the 2 cameras, it's almost like it's too much or something. Okay. I'm just going to run this through here. And these are just white squares that I have pre-cut to go on my postage stamp background. So I just grabbed one of those. Right. I just kind of angled it so that the border goes from left to right and all of the white at the bottom is covered. So I'm just going to lift that up and add some liquid glue to the back. Oh no, goodness, Susan, don't miss a meeting. We'll see you in a little bit. And then I'm just going to let this dry under a block for now. And I am trying to stick to just the items either I have gotten in this advent calendar or the holiday one, or I do also have a few Gummiapan products in my stash that I might use. And I have, been adding like stenciling to the back, but I don't know, I might just kind of leave this as it is since we do have kind of the extra texture and the shininess with the embossing. And I am saving every scrap of the cardstocks that I'm cutting off because if it's anything like the Christmas advent calendar, what we've gotten so far, some of these dies are pretty tiny, so you can use some pretty small scraps. Now, I won't keep either of these. I will recycle those. Arlene says she loves how this is turning out. Thank you so much, Arlene. Make sure to stick around because you might win it. So here we go. That's what that looks like. That is an adorable border. And I know that I want my purple on the top since it's, kind of like different. These two are just kind of shades of the same color. Okay. I like that. So what I'm going to do now, ooh, I like that. I just happened to look over and I was grabbing my tape. Michelle said that would make a cute pocket. It totally would. It totally would. So what I'm going to do is tape those together because that's how I want it. And now I'm going to add liquid glue to the green ones only. Let that dry again. Let's do a little hydration break. Yes, I did already glue down the border. Mary said Butterscotch, her 90-pound hound, has decided that her lap is where she needs to be. So, ouch, that probably hurts, but how cute. Give her some hugs from us. And I love the name. And now what I'm going to do is put some foam tape on the back of this for some extra little bit of dimension. I am going to use, I got this at Tailored Expressions. And, I get a lot of the big blue roll of foam tape off Amazon, but this is a little thinner than what I normally get. So I like to use this when I want just a little bit of pop. So I am going to cut it about the length of the feather, but it's going to be too wide. So I just snip that in half, and then I just save that on there for possible use later. It doesn't always get used. You know what? I think I'm only going to pop up the top part and glue down the bottom just so it just has a little bit of a raised feather. Here we go, guys. That was pretty quick and easy. Now, if I had any Gummiapan embossing folders, I don't know if they make them. I think some embossing would have looked neat added to either the white or the gold cardstock, but I think this works there. Now, the hard part, what color to put this on? What color to put this on? I don't think I want purple because I don't think I want the purple right next to the gold cardstock. I think we could go with the lighter yellow. This is pineapple, I believe. Or maybe the lighter green? Guess what time it is, you guys? Guess what time it is? Get those poll lights out. Let's do a poll. You're going to help me decide, should I do yellow or green? So be thinking about that, and I will get the poll ready. All right, yellow or green? I will give you 2 minutes to answer that. Give you a little bit more time to think. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see that. And we'll start some music. All righty, guys, let's find out which you want me to use. 64%, we will be going with the yellow. It is pineapple cardstock. We are almost done here, you guys. I will be giving away this postage stamp in just a few minutes. So make sure if you are here watching, if you're not yet a subscriber, get subscribed so that you can be over in the live chat and get entered to win. You can be anywhere in the world, at least 18 years old, and subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't yet given the video a thumbs up, do that, and we'll see if we get to earn a bonus secret word. There we go, guys. We did that. We put that together. And once again, here is the color cube card that is inspired the color palette for this series. And later I will sign the back of that before I send it out. And just a reminder, and I go over it in the kickoff video, that I will be sending out all of the prizes, you know, the postage stamps and any mini die bundles in May once the series is over. But yes, Should we go ahead and find out who the winner is? Well, we might have more than one winner, right? Because we get those jelly bean bonuses. But let me go get the giveaway ready for the postage. All right. If you would like to win today's postage stamp and you haven't yet won one, over in the chat box one time, type in hashtag Advent3, hashtag ADVENT, and the number 3. It should look exactly like it does on screen. You need to have the hashtag, no spaces, and if you happen to notice that you typed it in incorrectly, do go ahead and type it in once more correctly or the right way. You know, if you left off the hashtag or you put a space, do type it in so you get your entry, but there is no reason to spam the chat with that hashtag because each username does only get one entry into the giveaway. So you have about a minute and a half left to get those in. I will choose a little different Easter waiting song. All right, I wanted to let that one finish all the way since we were almost at the end. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the music. I just go on YouTube and they have some songs you can use in your videos at no cost. So I've just been trying to find some to use for the series. And I almost forgot, I did see that a lot of you like the new intro that I shared earlier. Glad you like that. I put that together yesterday. But guys, good luck to everyone. And let's see who is going to win today's postage stamp. Congratulations, Stephanie. Make sure to hang around to find out how you're going to claim that. You probably know the drill, but you can keep hanging out. Congratulations. And now, guys, let's go find out. We already know we get 2 jelly bean bonuses, but I need to go find out if we get another bonus secret word. So if you have not yet given the video your stamp of approval, I haven't yet looked at how many we have. So I'm going to give you just a couple more seconds. And all right, let me go see what we have. Oh, we were super duper close. We only need one more thumbs up. So I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds because I think we can do it. And then we get a bonus secret word. We have 99 thumbs up, you guys. Let's see. Yes, we just hit it. Just hit 100. But make sure to keep those coming. And if you're watching on replay, make sure to add yours on the replay as well if you're enjoying the series. But let's go ahead and find out, or we'll go ahead and choose our 2 jelly bean bonus winner. Remember, if you have already won a jelly bean bonus, you cannot enter again. So I pick out one of each color randomly. And then our two winners will get to select which they want. All right. Let me get the next giveaway ready. Again, for this, you need to be at least 18 years old, can be anywhere in the world, subscribe to my channel, and you cannot have won a jelly bean bonus yet during a live stream. All right. If that applies to you and you would like a chance to win a jelly bean bonus, which let me tell you what could be in there. I have lots of the mini die bundles. So if that's what's in your jelly bean, you get each of these 4 mini dies that Vivica sent me. And if you won today's postage stamp, so Stephanie will actually get a random one thrown in with her postage stamp. But in the beans, I have mini die bundles. And then I also have extra entries into that end of the series giveaway. And I see my camera once again has locked up. Goodness, guys, sorry. Let me fix that. I think we'll just stay camera down the rest of the time. That way we don't have to worry about it. All right. Yes. Oh, we will just stay camera down the rest of the time, so we don't have to worry about that camera. Yes, so you can get extra entries into the end of the series giveaway. And if you do get a jelly bean bonus and yours is extra giveaways, but you already have the advent calendar, you can let me know and you would get the mini die bundle. So let's go ahead and find out who will get to pick a bean today. One time over in that chat box, type in hashtag beans, hashtag BEANS. Again, it needs to look exactly like it does on screen. Just type it in once to get your entry. But if you notice that you have typed it in incorrectly, go ahead and get that in. I am just going to give you a minute on this. We'll do this quickly, and then I will draw 2 names from that. The first winner gets to pick their color first, and then the second winner will get to pick from the leftover colors. So as you are getting your hashtag beans in over there, be thinking about which of the jelly beans you are going to pick, so you're ready with that answer. Yesterday, the winners were lightning fast with which bean they wanted. Alrighty, guys, let's see who the lucky 2 hashtag beans winners are. The first person to choose a color will be Cece Haxton. Cece, please let me know in all caps which bean color you would like. And then I will draw a second winner. The second winner is Justine K. Congratulations, Justine. Be thinking about which color you'll pick out. Don't forget, there we go. Cece wants a pink one. And then Justine, so you can pick from the leftover colors here. Again, put the color you want in all caps for me, please. And while everything is slowing down, if you have any final questions, you can get those in. All right, Justine would like blue. Oh no, I was going to say you're our first blue, but we had that on the first day. Okay. Okay. So we will open these in just a minute. Let me figure out a bonus secret word for today, you guys. I'm like running out of them. Let's do in order of, or in honor of, oh wait, I can hide this. In honor of this little guy, the bonus secret word is going to be egg. E-G-G, egg. Put that on your secret word tracker. Remember, they are secret, do not share. And now let's find out what CC won. CC wanted the pink one. And you two are going to want to hang out too, and I'll tell you how to claim it, just like Stephanie. So inside CC's pink bean is... CC gets 5 extra entries into that advent calendar giveaway. CC, let me know, do you already have the advent calendar and want to trade this in for a mini die bundle? Let me know over there. I'll keep an eye out. And let's see, Justine. What is Justine gonna get? Oh goodness. She got some extra entries too. Justine got 10 extra entries. Same thing with you, Justine. Let me know if you already have the advent calendar, and I will put you down for the mini die bundle. And once I see those, I will tell all 3 of you how to claim your prizes. Okay, so CC doesn't have the calendar, so extra entries will work. Excellent. Oh, right here. CC doesn't have it, and Justine does not either. Awesome. So I will have you guys both down for that to claim your prizes. So Stephanie to claim your postage stamp, Justine and CC to claim your Jelly Bean bonus prizes. At the bottom of the description box below are links to 2 Google Forms. One is for the daily postage stamp, and the other is for Jelly Bean bonuses. You will need to go fill that out. You'll give me your information, then I'll contact you either later with the secret code for the extra entries, or you're giving me your address for that mini die bundle. But I will get, again, these sent out in May. Make sure that you fill out the form within 24 hours. If I were you, I would just go right after this is over, click on those links and get those claimed. Now, again, I'm not going back to face because that camera is acting goofy. Does anybody have any final questions before I say my goodbyes? Let me know. Throw those over there in the chat. I'm not seeing any come in. So once again, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me. I love having you guys in the audience, chatting with each other, chatting with me, helping me make decisions. And until tomorrow, when I will be back at 10 a.m. Central once again to open up the day 4 envelope, I hope you're having a crafty day. Bye-bye.